Okay, you guys, hi. I'm going to go through the news events for this up and coming week and go over the charts. But for those who's rocking with me, remember, every time I break my own rule, I pay a cost for it. So remember that in class we talked about if you're going to do the 415 strategy or the 30-minute arrow, either one of those is fine, but you got to wait until after the news events. And if you're going to trade overnight, please, 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 I don't care how pretty the trade looks, just use caution or to stay away from it, because I got caught with my hands in the cookie jar because I saw a great setup and it was perfect. I mean, absolutely a perfect setup. Showed me everything I was looking for, but it was pre-London, and guess what happened? London came out, and also I think there was some unknown news on CAD that came out, because CAD came out and all the CAD pairs shot up, and that was one of the setups that I saw was a nice setup on the CAD pair, EuroCAD to be exact, and it shot through the moon. So realistically, the setup was legit. But like I said, had I waited until the time that I tell you guys, which is 7 a.m. New York time, 7 a.m. New York time, had I waited until then and looked at the charts then, I would have said, nah, I'm cool on it, because that already was going in the wrong direction. So guys, I'm just confessing my sin before you first, before we get to the charts and the news, that when you have a strategy or plan, stick to it. Don't deviate. Okay. All right. Let's get to the news first, and then we'll get to the charts. And then, like I said, no class next week. I'll be probably if I have Wi-Fi connection, I'll be trading still. But I'll be on a birthday cruise. I'm heading out of the country, heading to a couple of different islands and stuff like that. So I won't be having class on this coming Wednesday. All right. So here we go. By the way, watch this real quick. Okay. You're going to see that I highlighted only this one. Only this one. Okay. And I'll tell you why in a moment. All right. So first of all, we got the U.S. Empire News manufacturing numbers coming out on Monday. Fed Chairman Powell's speech. CAD news is coming out with inflation on Tuesday. Oh, this one I should have highlighted. Sorry about that. So highlight this one, CAD inflation, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Okay. The pound is coming out with inflation. Euro is coming out with CPI. USD coming out with building permits, which is not that big of a deal. AUD is coming out with unemployment. GBP is coming out with unemployment. Euro is coming out with interest rate news. That's a big one, but I'm not highlighting it. I'll tell you why. NZD is coming out with inflation. A lot of inflation news that you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4 countries. JPY is reporting inflation. Then you got your retail sales for these two. This one you can highlight. Hold on one second. Okay, I went and redid it for you guys. So here's the ones I got highlighted. The Fed Chairman speech, CAD inflation numbers, and CAD retail numbers. So here's why, out of all of these news events, that I don't give a rat's behind about none of these, because like I just said prior to starting this video, if you stick to the 30-minute time frame strategy where I told you 7 a.m. New York time, guess what? First of all, the Empire State Manufacturing may give a little blip to the market, but it's not as important as last week's news, which rippled and tore the markets up, which is the CPI and inflation numbers for the U.S. So that's not that big of a deal. So I didn't highlight that. Fed Chairman Powell, who knows what he's going to say? Okay, so that may be a caution on the U.S. dollar. CAD, you got inflation. So on Tuesday, that just tells you stay away from trading any CAD pairs. All the rest of these, the pound, the euro, this one's just building permits, not that big of a deal. AUD, the pound again, the euro, NZD inflation, JPY inflation, pound, retail numbers, all of those mean absolutely nothing to me. Screw you. Why? Because I'm not trading during the London session anyway. So by the time I wake up at 7 a.m. New York time, okay, Eastern time, all of these news events are already done. They're done. I don't care. I'm not going to trade during these every time. And it's just a discipline thing, because the more you break that rule, you're going to find that a lot of your trades that you're losing is overnight trades. And I got slapped on the hand, and I was pissed because I found a bomb diggity trade. And then my hand got slapped. Why? Because I was still trading prior to the pre-US news, pre-US session. So I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar, and I paid for it on Friday. So I'm kiss my behind. I ain't thinking about none of y'all. So pound, euro, AUD, NZD, JPY, all these different things. Y'all can make these a priority. Ain't a priority to me. Now to eliminate it even further, on Tuesday, that just means trade any of these other pairs that I want to that I find a setup that don't have CAD involved. On Friday, don't have CAD involved, which, by the way, I'm going to tell you guys something that I'm discovering. And, you're always learning something in this business. I really think kiss my behind, CAD, because on Fridays, CAD just act a fool. Now, normally they have oil reserve numbers and stuff like that, which is tied to CAD. But even this Friday, there was no news event that was scheduled for CAD, and CAD went stupid again. So you know what? On Fridays, I think CAD can kiss my behind too. All right? So that's the news. Now, let's get to the charts really quick. We're going to work our way backwards. All right, let's start here. And I'm going quickly because I'm supposed to be in a meeting with, right now, another meeting, but, it is what it is. As you can see, this arrow, the 30-minute arrow, worked very fine on AUD CHF. But right here, I don't see anything. So just wait for the 30-minute arrows, and that will start on Monday. I did see this one, and I did take a trade on it because I also checked on the 1 hour, and it did show this. On the 4 hour, I saw that it's clustered up here. So this will be a wonderful one. But I think I'll wait for it to retrace because that's what it typically will do, is try to find its way back up. So if it comes to this level here, anywhere up here, I'm cool with that, because that will create the head and shoulder. So you can see the long shoulder. So you can see the shoulder here. If this one come back up and test this area, that'll be a great. Or if it comes all the way up and retest that top, I'm cool with it. But I will be looking at on Monday morning, not Sunday. Okay, Monday morning, not Sunday. Because this thing, again, we'll check the ocean wave to see if ocean wave is saying it's above the wave. If it's above the wave, chances are it may go back up. Okay. So that one is on my radar. AUD, nothing there, except for a lot of these are touching. See, they're retesting this top up here. You see that? So a lot of these are retesting this level. So you remember what I told you guys with ocean wave? There's probably not a lot of meat left on the bone. So be careful if you're taking trend trades, which I think this one will probably go up and retrace. You probably get maybe 10, 15, 20 pips out of it, but that'll be about it. I'm watching them because they're all sitting at this very, very top right here. Not to say they won't break through, but, just be careful, okay, if you're ocean waving. And I will get to ocean wave shortly. All right, nothing there. You can see the huge move that I was telling you. The markets act dumb last week, which, by the way, our numbers for last week, the signals group was 5 wins, 2 losses, 3,588 pips in the live group with Miss Jenny, and we squeezed out 67 pips for the copycat. We still came out positive, but it was a rough week. Of course, if you were trading on your own, you know what happened. Look at all this wildness that was going on. Look at this. See, look at these spikes. That's crazy. Okay. So the JPY, and we really think that the Japanese government used the inflation numbers to do an intervention to really push this price. So it's been building and building and building. And I told you guys before that it has to drop sometime soon, but nobody expected all of this. Okay. So we would be expecting a recovery. Now, these Swiss pairs, I did take an early trade on this one. Technically, I got out too early, but I grabbed some pips off of this arrow right here, W pattern. Arrow came in, did that, but I did miss this one going to the downside, which I should have been paying attention to. That was a nice one from there down. So cool. Anyway, nothing here to see. Nothing. Okay. Now, Euro Swiss, again, this is one where I'm seeing it building up at that top right here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not the right one. Disregard that comment. Sorry. Wrong thing. Nothing there yet. Nothing here. I do not believe, I think just like the AUD NZD, I see a shoulder right here. Okay. Okay. But this one has not fully built itself out, which means I expect it to possibly build out itself up here and come and retest maybe this level here. Okay. Change that color to white. All right. So you can see right here to retest and maybe create a shoulder over here if it bounces around, or possibly come back up to retest all the way up to here. Either way it goes, it'll be on my radar, but nothing yet. And I do see the arrow, but since it's going into a Sunday, wait until London is over. Like I said, 7 a.m. New York time, we'll see what's popping. All right, this one has dumped itself off to the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. So I don't know about that one. Wait for an arrow and see what happens, okay? But this one I never really liked anyway, the Euro GBP. Not my favorite. All right, this one is choppy and sloppy and ugly. I don't like it. This one, again, I'm going to be looking for some recovery plays. I think it's going to retest this bottom, but if I get an arrow off the bottom down here on the 30-minute, that'll be a nice one to go back up because they dumped them hard. And when there's a hard dump, there's a hard pump, okay? All right, here we go. Same thing, same stuff, okay? It went dumb. And some of you guys, you always complaining about other people and they trades and this and that, and you should be doing this, and try it yourself first. Try it yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, you already have. That's the problem, ain't it? You already have. You know it's tough to trade in the business, especially not because of just chart patterns and indicators. It's because of these news events. They be ripping a hole through people's charts. And that's why I'm getting away from even trading the London session at all, because that's where a lot of stuff is happening. So it's just tough business. It's really a tough business because of that. Not because of charts and indicators, but because of the news and unexpected events that comes out that ends up ripping your trades apart. Okay, so be careful. All right, so here, I think this may push back up. I don't see anything interesting to me. Now here is one that I did have on the radar for myself. I see that double top. This is beautiful right here. I love it. Absolutely love it. So Monday, yes, yes, yes. I may wait for a confirmation there on the 1 hour on this one, but yes, this one is definitely on my radar. But again, since it's Sunday going into Monday, I don't know. They could blast right through here. You know, they do that. They know a lot of sales are coming in right here because everybody's saying the same thing. So because of that, I'm very cautious that they may push price to break out, to take out the stops. So that's why I'm going to wait until Monday, New York time, to see what's happening. 7 a.m. Eastern time, pre-New York. See if there's a 30-minute arrow or something. If so, okay, cool. Or what I might do, I told you guys I built out a bot. And I may set the bot so that if the arrow comes out after the London session, the bot will just automatically pick it up while I'm on vacation and the trade can go into play. And I'll talk to you guys more about that, but I'll be releasing that for anybody who wants it. You'll set it. You can preset your stop loss. You can preset your take profits, and then just turn the bot on any pair that you want, on any time you want it. And when the arrow comes out, it'll automatically take the trade for you, and you already have your stop loss and take profit in place. So I'll probably do that if I have internet connection on the cruise. All right, we had the pound GU. GU then skyrocketed because the dollar dropped on that news, inflation news. And so therefore this one should be turning around soon. So again, this is another one that I'll keep an eye on for next week, okay? Or set the bot on it so that if the 30-minute arrow or the 415er, I can even do a 415er. So if I get a 15-minute arrow, and because it's already bumping against the top of my 4-hour zones, so we got 2 candles touching, okay? I always tell you 2 candles touch. We have our 2 candles touching. We just don't have an arrow, okay? But I'm not going to try to get into it before New York session. I'm going to let London do it because this could just sit right here and then push and go a little bit higher. So nope, nope, nope. Y'all ain't getting this, brother. Cool, I'm good, bro. All right, NCAD. Nothing much there. We have NZD Swiss, noisy. NU, nothing there. But again, you guys see all this spiking, and see, this is tough business. This is all news. Look at how often every week there have been some news on the USD pairs. It's very dangerous. That's what's making trading tough for you and for me. Look at this, news, all that. That's what makes trading tough, you guys. It's the news events. It's not the trading. So you can follow an arrow, small little pips, and then here's a big drop, which this one, it's got it worked out. But the point is that all these big moves are because of news. So before you get critical of people's trading, be careful that it don't fire back on you, because this is what happens. Look at this accordion. This is to USD CAD. It just was doing well, and then it just went into a straight sideways pattern, and you can see it there, which means it's ugly. And you can see it's been ugly for a while. So, you know, it is what it is. So we got to trade carefully, guys. All right. Same thing here. Look at that massive, massive drop. And I seen it, but because of news, I said, no, I ain't even going to take it. And I regret this one because look at this pretty double top right here. I seen it and I said, you know what? I know news is coming out and the thing could shoot up the other way and I can lose money. So because of my fear of losing money during the news event, I did the right thing. But looking back on these are the times where I can say, well, maybe I should have took just a small position because I clearly seen it, not only on the 30-minute arrow, 1 hour arrow, double topping on the 4 hour. This was a Mona Lisa trade and I missed all of it. And that was a big, almost 395 pips I missed in a matter of minutes. I missed it all. But at the same time, I did the right thing. I said, no, I ain't trading during news. All right, let's go to the gold. Now, gold, I do see it creating that little, see what I'm saying? I saw this too. But because of that news, I was like, man, I'm going to hold up, player, because it can go against me. But for this one, this would be a 30-minute arrow. It's not a 415er, but I do like it. But again, since it's Sunday going into Monday, I don't care nothing about it. I'm going to wait until Monday morning. If I have internet connection, then I'll check and see if it's still playing around nicely. If it's not playing around nicely, then I'm good. Okay? All right, cool. All right, let's get to Ocean Wave because, again, I'm late for a meeting that I'm supposed to be in. Let's go through these really quick. We'll go to the 30-minute time frame. See, this is what I was saying. This has been on an upward trajectory, AUD Swiss, and it looks like it can continue to go and push a little bit higher. This one is creating that spongy bob square top, which is what I told you guys. When you see that, typically it squares off and then it shoots up. Okay, so that tells me just what I was doing the analysis on the other end, that it looks like it can push a little bit higher and retest a level. How high up, I don't know, because on the other one it's showing that there's not much meat left on the bone, but it does show a little something's there. Little opportunity. Okay, so this one is on its upward, but I don't see anything to jump into it. Same thing here. They've been running for quite some time. Oh, now this one here, AUD JPY. This looks pretty nice, okay? This one looks nice, okay? Especially if it can come back up closer to the main wave and it still stays below there. This will be a nice sale. We got our judge panel right here telling us it's a half and halfer. So we got our MACD below. So this one could be a nice one if it pulls back. So I would wait. Now, if you're going to trade Ocean Wave, people always ask me, what time do you look at Ocean Wave? Well, about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That gives the Asian session and the Sydney session enough time to have done their openings, go through their news events, and typically they're going to be pulling back and all these different things. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. So 10, and I used to say 9, but what I started noticing is that they started having news events at 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I said, okay, then since y'all pushing these news events further and further out, I'm going to move my time of looking at y'all further and further out. So that will push me at least 30 minutes to an hour past any potential news events, which you saw there was a lot of them, so that by the time they come out with all their foolishness, then I'm coming to the charts and I'm looking to see what's going on. The goal is to try to bypass as many news events as possible before you see a legitimate setup, okay? Don't go into a storm talking about I'm ready to go surfing. Okay, then when you get, you know what I mean? Okay, anyway, moving on. CHF, no, this dropped way too hard. Okay, way too hard. All them JPYs did. So that's the reason why I said no. I expect a recovery back to the main wave before I even take a look at these, because they already fell way too far, way too fast, and they think the Japanese government intervened. And that's why. This one, same thing, it dropped too hard, so I'm waiting for a pullback. And then if it does pull back to the main wave and stays below it, then you got my attention. Okay? Everybody understand what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. Pull that tighter so I can see the smoothness. All right, Euro. See, this thing looks like it can still keep going up. It can still keep going. So be very careful on trying to do reversal trades on the Euro. I personally think that if I was to take a trade, it would be on this Euro to push it higher, okay, to the upside, and then look for a reversal the next day. Euro dollar, nothing there. It's already ran its course, and you can see that the Ocean Wave is a beast of a system. It calls things like nobody's business. Okay, but I don't like jumping in way too late after it and ran. So I'm very cautious of that. See, these have ran for quite some time, so I'm kind of cautious of that. Nothing there. That was raggedy. Now this is now another one. Wait for it to pull back to the main wave. All right, and we have this one again. This would have been at the early beginning of the week if you would have called it these arrows saying up, up, up and away, and boom. Okay. This one, all right. So we have something interesting here. This one has just gotten a fresh arrow, but again, we got to wait and see if it pulls back to the main wave and recovers. If it stays below that, then I'm golden goose on that one. Okay, golden goose. But all of them dropped so far, so fast. I'm still expecting a pullback first. All right, GA, that's sloppy. Okay, GCAT, smooth as butter. Ocean Wave is really nice system. I'm not gonna lie. Right there. All right, and it comes with a scanner, so make sure to get you utilize the scanner as well because it does come with a scanner for the arrows to send you alerts. All right, nothing there, nothing here. All of this stuff is ugly, and that's another reason why I pull this tight so I can see what's really going on instead of all that noise. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, it dropped, and look at the arrow. Ocean Wave called it, and let's check it on the 15. 15 probably called it earlier. Yep, it did before the news happened. Wow. So I still think that, I will wait for a pullback, but, it's up to you. All right, so here's an interesting one. This is nice. This is already in the downward flow. We have all the arrows confirming that it is in the downward trajectory. So it's still close to the main wave. So this one would be one that I would probably take for a sell trade at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If it pulls back a little bit, yeah, I'll be smacking that one to the downside and put my stop above this arrow right here. And there we go. That'll be a nice one for a sale. This one is sitting horizontally, and you can see it turn the tip blue. So that means it's going into the neutral zone. So it could be changing direction. I wouldn't touch that. This one then already dropped massively. So wait for the pullback. Let's check that. Nope, I don't see nothing on the indices. The US 30 was still being called nicely. And here's gold. And gold is still on the upward trajectory. It's still above the main wave. So if it doesn't pull back to the main wave and you get another fresh arrow, then I'll probably look at it and you got all of these saying up, up, up in the way. All right, you guys. All right, you guys. I got to go because I'm late. I'm 10 minutes behind for another meeting. Hopefully this video was helpful. Again, go to our website for any of our trading systems, superezforex.com, and everything is available there. Our copycat service is available. Our signal service is available there. Ocean Wave systems, Sexy Analysts, the Simplicity system, everything is on the website. So it's just up to you what you like, and then go from there. Okay, talk to you.